Hey guys, I'm Mama, aka Clarissa,
And I'm me, aka Anaja.
and welcome to Mama and Me Pillow Talk Podcast. Okay, so this is our very first podcast. I think that it is very necessary for mother and daughters to get together and bring to the community where we actually discuss real life, some of those tight, uneasy conversations that parents don't want to have with their kids and kids don't want to have with their parents. My daughter is 18. She'll be 19 February 17th. I'm 37. I'll be 38 December 22nd. So we've had a lot of experiences through life, and she has experienced a lot with me because I had her at a very young age. Just a quick little backstory. She's a twin. Her name is Anijah. Her twin name was Elijah. And my son passed away when they were 2.5 months. We're gonna actually that's gonna be an episode. That's gonna be an episode, so I can let you guys know what happened then and versus where I'm at mentally with that now, and she can also give her spiel on how she feels being a twin with a deceased brother. So she has been able to experience a lot with me, and the way I tell people when we have deep conversations about parenting and when I'm trying to adapt to her transitions in her age and she trying to adapt to me, I look at it like we grew up together, because everybody knows with parents, there's no manual, there's no books, there's no trainings on this. Like, we literally out here every day just winging it. And I know I'm not the only one. Excuse my stuffy voice. I'm trying to get over a sinus infection, so I know it probably sounds like my nose is pinched. But
and for those of y'all who don't know what sinus infection is, go Google it. It's not a literal infection, y'all. It's an allergy. It's a form
it's just a form of allergies. So
and don't be ignorant in the comments.
I'm not worried about the comments. Yeah. Come on, we're not gonna worry about that.
For real.
Okay, we're gonna bloop that. We're gonna act like we didn't even just had that conversation. But we want to bring real life scenarios, real life issues, real life parenting transitions, real life child transitions, real life childhood trauma. We all were a kid at some point, and she has childhood trauma for some things that she feels like that I haven't done right and didn't do right when she was younger as a child. So we don't mind basically just spilling a little bit of the tea on what we don't keep it 100% real, like literally just raw and uncut as much as possible, and just break some things down. Mainly, we're going to be pulling different memes and different posts and different short discussions that we have seen on social media, because right now the social media world is so much going on, in celebrity world is so much going on, in personal relationship world,
and even in our world,
it's been a lot going on. So we just want to tie everything in together and just be like, okay, we both see in her world and in my world that there is a need for some people to just come on and just be raw dog real about what's going on in life, and give our perspective.
And y'all can connect.
Hopefully we can come off relatable. Hopefully you can understand and chime in. We're not going to always come on a pre-recorded video, but we will be coming on here live as well, so that we can have live discussions with you all, so y'all can chime in with us live and discuss things with us live while we're discussing each topic. So every time we come on, we're going to show you whether it be just a written post that we want to piggyback off of, or whether it be a short video that we want to show you guys. That leads me into the topic of today. We have a video that we're going to show you, and this will be our first topic, and what we're going to piggyback off of and explain our perspective off of what this lady is talking about in her video. During the video, while you're watching it, put a comment down below if you have something you want to say, agree, disagree, whatever it is. Chime in with us. Let's open these discussions. Let's talk about childhood trauma. Let's talk about these relationship issues. Let's talk about how toxic we are, because we ain't gonna leave that out, honey.
Let's talk about what's going on in the world.
Let's talk about everything. So that's why I'm saying, when I tell you we want to come to you guys loud, live, and real, and we want you guys to be comfortable and let you guys know that you are in a safe place as well. This is what we want to bring to my community, because she wants to reach people her age. She wants to reach teenagers that have went through some of the same things that we go through in a relationship, or that they go through in their area. Let's get into the first topic. She's gonna show you the video that we're talking about on her phone, and then we'll give you guys our perspective.
You can no longer be around people that's contagious. You can no longer be around people that frustrate you. You can no longer be around people that irritate you or shift you out of alignment or not spiritually feeding you. You want to be around people that feed into you, that feed into your life. And if they did not do that before, there's a reason why they were no longer in your life. So you have to let them go. And I'm telling you this, you have to let them go and let them be who they want to be, so you can focus on who you want to be.
So I'll let you take the lead on that. What is your perspective over what she said?
I grasp from that is like, people who, and not even just if you're in a relationship, if you got a friendship, this goes for your best friends, your guy friends, your girlfriends, your family members, anybody that, is not uplifting you, belittling your dreams, or it's not always positive energy, or it's not always, they're not adding purpose or feeding into your growth. You need to let it go. You need to let it go. And a lot of us have problems with detaching ourselves from people and letting go of people because of past history and just long-term ties, or we don't know how. But we got to wake up and we got to know, like, some people are just not for us. They come and they go. They're here for lessons, and after you learn the lesson, you have to detach and let them go. And that's just what I get from that. Mom, I'll let you take the lead, and then I'll just piggyback if I have something else to say.
Okay. Yes, and I'm piggybacking off of you because everything she said, I totally agree with. You already know how I am. There's a reason for the season. I'm big on that. There is a reason for the season, honey. And I wholeheartedly agree with what she's saying about letting go. If people do not serve a purpose in your life, what am I trying to say? Let me use myself for an example. And I always say that I'm at a place in my life right now to where I cannot continue to fill nobody else's cup. Cause I'm a Capricorn. What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
I don't know if y'all, I know it's a lot of y'all out there that's big on zodiac signs, but if you're not, hey, Google us, okay?
Right.
What the sign is, so you might can have an idea on when we speak of that, because we are big on zodiacs and astrology. So anyway, I'm a Capricorn, she's an Aquarius. Me being a Capricorn, I'm a nurturer. I'm the earth sign. What does the earth do? The earth nurtures. The earth grows. You put a seed, and all you got to do is water it and give it some sunlight, and it's going to bloom up whatever you want out of the ground. It provides, it feeds, it serves us purpose. I'm a server. So when I have people in my life that I love and that mean a lot to me, when I tell you I lay it all out, I give it my all, whether it's an intimate relationship or not. I give my all. I pour into people, and I pour and pour and give until I don't have no more. So then later on, I'm sitting back looking like, well, when this person gonna reciprocate? When this person gonna support me? When this person gonna show up for me? When this person gonna call and check on me? When is somebody else in my life that I pour into going to pour back into me? And that's why I agree with what this lady here said so much, because we can give and pour and be pouring out of an empty cup. Every day, in every season of our life, there is somebody that comes in our lives that we pour into and that we serve and that we support more than they ever have us. Now, I don't know for you. Well, I do know a little bit of your friendship situations, but I know for me, a lot of people in my life that I finally were the light bulb clicked on and was like, it was, and I remember the year that it started happening, 2020. I had a handful of friends and family members in my life that I feel like the Spirit of God, our creator, our source, was just really tugging down on me and really showing me of course, when your prayer sometimes is, Lord, show me who for me and who not. Or take away who talking about me behind my back. Expose them, expose them. And that had been in my spirit that year a lot. So when and mind you, basically after the shit hit the fan, and I went back and thought about it and digressed and thought about in hindsight, I was like, God had been telling me years ago that I supposed to have let this person, and this person go.
Giving the same
signs. The same signs. But us as humans, we get so attached to people, and we get so used to people being there, tolerating them, tolerating the mistreatment, tolerating the non-support, tolerating
excusing what they're absent in providing you.
It's just excusing everything, to where it may be a decade, it may be 5 years, it may be 15, 20 years before we finally feel in our spirit like, what am I doing? Has anybody out there ever felt like this? Have you ever felt that you have been pouring into someone so much that you can't even figure out why you so drained? You can't. Now let me tell you, and that leads me into the family members that I had to cut off, because I had a couple of toxic family members in my life. It was a dad and a daughter, matter of fact. So imagine me being in the middle. I got the daughter calling me one day. I got the daddy calling me one day. This is an uncle and my cousin calling me, talking about each other. And here I am in the middle. Every time they call me, I felt so drained that it interrupted my sleep. It interrupted my mood at home with my children, with my family. And now here I am. Once I get off the phone with them, my spirit is so disrupted. I'm in the house in the uproar, screaming and explaining their situation to my family. And now everybody just, because when you sit and listen to people, that tugs on that energy transfers. And then you're going to be looking around wondering, well, why come all this chaos going on in my house? This wasn't happening before. Like, these are the signs that I feel like we need to pay attention to more when we are taking ourselves and dealing with people, places, and things. I feel like we should be sitting back thinking like, I feel like we need to learn how to get to the root of the issue. Where am I going? Who am I hanging with? What are my thoughts that I feel like is draining me? And then we need to do some shadow work and reflect on, what do I need to X out? Who do I need to X out of my life, so that I can feel more energized, so that I can feel replenished, so that I can feel renewed, so I can do what like she said, so I can do what I need to do for me. What you think?
I agree with everything that you said, and just to clarify, because we never even gave off what this topic of the video was going to be in the beginning, which we should have said. So pretty much the topic could be, this topic is clearly letting go. Or
letting go. Let the people go.
That's what it is. So the topic of this video is to let it go. But I'm going to give my scenario just how she did. So a couple years back, me and this girl, we have been friends from, I think we was friends since
elementary?
No, we was friends from middle school going up into high school. And so our first year of high school, that's when the friendship got a little rocky, because we had already been on and off. Like, this is the type of friendship where they suck the energy out of you. You know what
energy
I'm saying?
Vampire.
Yeah, she's an energy vampire. So they feed off of that negativity and seeing you down and, always causing drama and stuff like that. And I just had to one day wake up and realize, like, what am I benefiting from this relationship? Like, I'm calling this girl my best friend, but every time I turn around, it's like I'm getting stabbed in the back. The friendship just keep degrading and degrading. What am I doing here? So one day, I don't know what, I think she was probably was being friends with one of my ex's best friends or whatnot, and she was hanging with her, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, then, like, you all know, if you're in a relationship with a dude and then your best friend is hanging out with their ex, and your boyfriend, is tied in together. That's giving weird, very much weird. So then I was like, always take her back after, she do some dumb stuff or crazy stuff.
How we do in relationships.
Stab me in the back, and then we have our little talks, and it don't be no sincere apology. It's be like, well, excuse, and then you take them back as a friend. So after I got tired of being stabbed and abused and always the one looking crazy on the end, I just have to wake up and be like, look, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? I respect you as a best friend. I love your family, but this is not for me no more. I cannot keep putting myself through this high and lows, up and down, side to sides. Every time you feel like you want to mess with me or you want to be cool with me as a best friend.
You talk to me when it's convenient for you.
Yeah, so I just had to let it go. And ever since that scenario, I have not had a best friend since. And the friend group, the 3 friends that I have, I stick with them because that showed me moving forward into friendships. Like, you gotta know you can't lower you gotta have standards with relationships and friendships regardless, because like I said, it's a relationship. So therefore, if your standards is low and you tolerated everything that you said you didn't want to tolerate in a friendship, you gotta look into going into your new friendship.
And now you done had to dummy yourself down.
Exactly. Like, no. So moving forward in my new friendships that I did try to sprout out and find better friends and stuff like that, the way they treat you, the stuff that they put in your face, it all circles back to how they actually care about you and feel about you. So if the intentions are not good and what they're giving you are not showing
that was a word.
What you are looking for out of the relationship, you need to let it go.
Let it go.
That's just that.
That was a word. That last piece right there touched my soul, honey. Oh, girl, what you saying now? If they doing you like this, they showing you how they really want to treat you, especially how they really feel about you. Mm-hmm. And that's a word for me, because that is so true. Even in adulthood, it take us so long to realize that it's a post that go around on Instagram all the time and Facebook, those memes that I see where it say something to the nature of, if you let a person if you be quiet, I'm paraphrasing it because I don't know it verbatim, but it's something like, if you be quiet and sit back and let a person do what they want to do, they gonna show you what they rather do.
Right.
And that's what I got. That's what I got out of what you just said. If you let a person do what they want to do for so long, and you sit back and not say a mumbling word, they're going to show their true colors, and they're going to show you what they rather be doing. And that goes for treating you how they treat you as well. Mm-hmm. You let them be who they want to be, no matter if that wasn't even who they was when you first met, because those true colors gonna eventually come out. And if they started treating you one way in the beginning and then they switch it up and show you something else, you better take that second person they showed you for face. The intent was never there. You better take that second person they showed you, who they wasn't before, and take that second person they show you for face value, because that's who they really are, and that's how they really gonna treat you.
Once the red flags start moving on in, you need to start moving them green ones on.
Let them go. The topic for today is let them go.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
So this recent friend that you just had to let go.
Okay. Oh Lord, she getting deep off in my business.
So I just want to ask you, when did you come to realization that you needed to let this high school friend of yours? Because let's just do a little backstory. So my mom recently expressed to me about this high school friend that she recently reconnected with, and she was a big part of my life as well too, growing up. So I knew of her. And so she came to me and she was telling me how, expressed it, like, at first she don't really be trying to tell me her business and stuff like that, but then she expressed to me and told me, like, how would you feel if you was in my shoes? And I told her my honest opinion. And this ties hand in hand with the topic that we're talking about today. So I just want to ask you.
It does. Even though you didn't caught me off guard, but since we being real with the people, okay.
Okay, so tell the people, how did you know coming out of this friendship, you giving your all, you really wanting the friendship to work, y'all going on trips, y'all doing all of this planning to do stuff together just for them to stab you in your back and re-show you the true colors of why you even befriended them back then, but you rekindled your friendship to try to, start a new friendship.
As an adult.
As an adult, What made you rethink your whole process of like, nah, I need to go ahead and nip that in the bud and leave that where that was
and let her go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that question caught me off guard, but I'm prepared. So basically, yes, I did try to rekindle the friendship here lately with a high school bestie that I had in high school. And don't get me wrong, like I just had to realize a couple months ago when I was trying to process and figure out my strategy and get my mind right about letting this potential friendship go again. And I had to think like, just because I have known somebody for a long time, and just because we was high school besties as kids, that I don't feel like that I should have to force a friendship, and I'm almost 40 years old, because I know that it's a lot of y'all out there that do have friends, high school friends, elementary friends, that y'all are still friends and still very close. And I still see a lot of my classmates even to this day that are still friends with who they was best friends with when we was in school. So I know that dynamic can be real and it can happen and be good, but it just has not worked out and been good for me. Now, I'm not saying that I'm always the perfect and the best friend, neither. I'm flawed as well. So whenever we talk about these real discussions, please, let's be clear. Let's never get it twisted, because I'm very flawed and I have a lot that I need to work on in all of my relationships and anybody that crosses my path. You asking me, how did I know it was time for me to go ahead and end the friendship when I decided?
Even when you was battling your feelings, coming to me and like, well, Najee, like, should I... you know how it was. You know how it was.
I know how it was.
Just tell the people.
So basically, how I got to a point of letting go, pretty much, is first and foremost.
Your point of realization.
Okay, first and foremost, I knew I needed to let her go because I knew what my standard was in 2023. Now, I already been holding on to people. So, like my granny Louise used to say, baby, keep on living. It's because I done lived for 37 years. And it's because I have dealt with people and held on to people out of normalcy and out of love and out of like, this is all I know. And I've been knowing them for 15 years. I've been knowing them all my life. So now in 2023, when because I was able to let those people go in the past, and it took me a long time, my thought process now is, I'm not letting it take that long, because life too short. My time too precious. My time is valuable. My energy, my spirit, and what I have to give somebody is too precious to give to the wrong people. So if what I'm pouring out is not what's being reciprocated in 2023 and beyond, you got to go faster than them last people in my life had to. So that was first and foremost. I'm no longer tolerating it for too long.
Her standards went up.
So my standard went up. Thank you. Okay. Now let's let the spirit lead, because girl, that was a good one. So that's my standards went up. So now in 2023, I'm looking at it like, okay, here go a few bullet points. I sit down, I'm a Capricorn. If you know anything about us, you know we overthinkers, overanalyzers, and we gonna look at the worst scenario all the way down to the best scenario and back to the worst scenario. And so I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, first of all, we went out of town together. You talked to me bad while I was in another state with you. You made you and your sister a drink because I was taking too long to make the drinks. So by the time I got ready to make the drinks and went in there was only one glass sitting on the table. When I walked to the back of the room, you started, and I was like, so you fixed. When you go out of town on a girls trip, y'all already know the girls trip and going out of town, whether it's Mexico, Miami, or wherever, we already know how those scenarios can go. So you get me to another state with you and you go off on me because I was taking too long to make our drinks. So you went in there and made you and your sister a drink and left my glass on the table. And when I go in there and mention it, you scream at me, do you really want to do this right now? Are you really loud, obnoxious, like fight mode?
But she didn't make the drink, mind y'all.
But she never made my drink.
The glass is there.
The glass was just there. So when I went back there to say, you just made you and your sister a drink and you left my cup empty, Do you want to do you like just went out? Okay. So that's when that was red flag number one. Now that could have went only two ways. It could have went the way it went because I kept my mouth closed. Okay. So phone was dying, so we had to plug it up. So what I was saying was that was red flag number one, was when she screamed and yelled at me and did not make me a drink and made her and the other girl we was with a drink. It only could have went two ways. It could have went bad because I could have flashed out like she was, and I could have told her how I felt, and then we could have been in there fighting, and then here I am in Miami in a whole nother state with no family, nobody. They got each other because of course they call each other sisters, and where would that have left me? So I kept my mouth closed. I walked off when it made me a drink and sat down. Red flag number two was, okay, since we know each other, she, was asking with her disabled sister, and she know I'm a single parent. I just went through a breakup of an 8-year relationship, and it was very hard on me mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, and so with her knowing that I'm a single parent and things get tight, and I had to revamp my budget, revamp my money situation so that I can learn and get back on track with learning how to pay bills by myself and not be splitting it with my partner and stuff like that. She offered to let me take on the duties and be her disabled sister home health care provider. It was only going to be on the weekends, but it was going to be about 5 hours Saturday and 5 hours Sunday. So it was only 10 hours, basically 10 hours just on the weekends, and I would have made a little extra change for that, taking care. And really it was just going out there, making sure her sister's room was clean, cleaning her bathroom, washing her clothes, and sitting and being her company, and taking her maybe out to eat, to the movies, and getting her out the house every now and then. Now the total of that money was, with that just being 10 hours every weekend, getting paid every 2 weeks, it was less than $200, okay? And I'm just gonna be, because we keeps it real, right? So it was less than $200, but I did it. Any little bit helps. Any side hustle, I'm side hustle queen. So anything that's gonna put some extra money in my pocket so that I can do what I need to do for my kids and my household, I'm with it. And I was very grateful and appreciated it a lot. Now, what a red flag came in was that, okay, yeah, I'm working for you, and yeah, we high school friends. Yes, we have a lot of history, and yes, you know me. But it started being kind of weird when she started wanting me to take her sister on outings, but not sending her sister money, or not sending enough money for me to take her on those outings. So it started getting to the point to where if we go to the movies, she'll send enough money for the movie, but not enough money for her to be able to buy her food. And this happened more than twice, where she would not send enough money, and I would find myself either paying for the outing or paying for us to eat. And and y'all can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about this. I did not feel like it was my obligation to pay for her sister's way unless I wanted to. Because don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing for nobody. And I didn't mind feeding her, and I didn't mind. But where my problem kicked in at was, you're not going to make me have to pay it. But don't make me feel obligated and just keep your mouth closed and send what you gonna send, because you know I gotta feed her, and you know my heart, and you know I'm going to feed her before she come home. Whether you done send enough money or not, because of the type of woman I am, she not gonna go home before she eat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make sure that's done. But the problem came in there is because all that was a simple conversation where, hey, Clarissa, you taking her to the movies this weekend? All I got is enough for her to go to the movies. Do you mind buying her dinner tonight? And I got you when I get paid. Like, simple, real conversations.
Especially if you my friend, and then we
on that level.
Exactly.
We on that level.
Communication.
And even though we shouldn't have to be on that type of level, because she not paying me. My check not coming from her. I'm working through a full-fledged home health care agency. Red flag number 3 was when I'm out with her sister, she would only communicate with her sister. She stopped taking care of business with me. Like, stop. If I'm working for your sister and a healthcare agency is paying me, and I'm texting you, telling you, okay, we done with the movie. I just went and bought her something to eat, and now we pulling up at the house. I'm finna get her in the house because she's not at home. So I'm taking her sister into the house, get her settled in the house, and I'm leaving. My thing was, red flag number 3 was when I'm communicating with you about what's going on and letting you know I done fed her out of my pocket because you ain't sent enough money, and you know that we done with the movie, and I'm letting you know what's going on. The right thing to do in my mind would be for you to respond to me, not your sister. So yes, her sister can't text, but she got people's name programmed in the phone, and she know what your name look like, and she knows how to FaceTime you, and she knows how to call you. So so she'll not text her, but she would call her and be like, hey, y'all made it to the house. Mind you, I done already sent the text while her sister's still sitting there with me, letting her know we made it to the house, and I just bought her something to eat because she didn't have enough money for her food. Never said nothing to me in the text. Immediately called her sister. Hey, you made it in the house? No, I'm still sitting here with Clarissa. She about to get me out now and take me. Oh, okay. Well, call me when you get in the house. So when she find out she's still sitting there with me, she don't even want to talk no more. She want to talk to her when I'm not around so she can probe and ask questions, but never once responded to my text message to say, thank you, girl, for buying her food. And I let it be known when I text her, I paid for her dinner, or she wouldn't have had enough to eat and go to the movies. I said it and worded it like that on purpose to see what her comeback was going to be. And she didn't have one. A simple thank you. A simple
heart the message.
A simple thank you, girl. I ain't have enough money. I'll pay you when I get paid. Something. So for me, that was very ungrateful. So that's why that was another red flag for me. Because had she not known me, and had I been a stranger that was being home help, a private care person for her daughter, you think a stranger was going to go out and let her go with not enough money? They going to count the money before they leave her and be like, they going to be like Smokey Mama on Friday. This ain't enough. You can't tell them people make it enough.
But what she do?
But she was making me make it enough. Let's be clear. So after that, that's when it really just dawned on me, like, I don't know what she's doing. But then I started shutting down. And that's when it started getting uncomfortable. Because me, the way I am, is...
And what she wanted to do was, she wanted to just do a silent cutoff. But the type of person she was dealing with, they're gonna nag and they're gonna pick until they get the final answer.
That's a whole nother. When you try to leave silently, or when you try to leave and speak your piece and let them know why you're leaving, you can't win for losing. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Yes, I wanted to leave the friendship in peace, and she would not let me. So anyway, basically, I started shutting down. When I feel like I'm being mistreated, like I told y'all, my standards got kicked up a notch. I done put a lot of people out of my life that I did not feel like, that I felt like I was pouring into, and they wasn't pouring into me. So now in 2023, don't nobody stand a chance, and ain't nobody staying too long. You hear me? Cut off game strong. That's why y'all need to learn how to let y'all people go that you know need to be let go. That cutoff game need to be strong. Life too short. We don't have time. It's too much going on out here.
Friends, family,
all of
co-workers,
mama, daddy,
everybody.
Listen, I'm sorry. I know that's your granny. That's another topic.
Everybody.
Mama, daddy, sister, uncle, brother, cousin, all of them. If they don't serve no purpose in your life, and it ain't nothing but toxic drama, unhealthy, uncomfortable situations, disturbing your peace, vexing your spirit, baby, let them go.
Even if you were dealing with people and y'all got unresolved things, and y'all started sweeping stuff under the rug and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's
a problem. That's a problem. Sweeping under the rug. So don't sweep nothing, baby. If you can't now, if you can't 2023 and beyond. If you can't talk no differences out with me, and we agree to disagree and move on, and it get healthy,
right?
Because it's a difference. If I choose to allow you to have access to me, and we have an adult conversation and share our differences and tell each other what changes we gonna make to make our relationship healthier, and you don't put forth the action, you still gotta go. Because what you here for at this point? You're not finna keep on draining me. Got very uncomfortable. That weekend, I knew it was my last weekend. I sent the staffing agency an email and I told them, as of today, this was my last weekend working, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this email my resignation. After I sent the agency the email, I text my friend, my ex-friend, and told her, and this is me leaving in peace. I just texted her and said that I had emailed the agency and I put in my recognition, and that I was no longer going to be working for her. She sent me a text back and said, that's fine. Good luck with all of your endeavors, and left it there. So I thought we was done after that, but I guess she wasn't done because she still was.
She didn't think that the friendship was ending because she ended the job working for her sister. Because again, y'all gotta know what kind of my mom had to know what type of pressure she was dealing with in the end game, because she didn't specifically say, well, I'm quitting the job with your sister, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the friendship is not working out no more, I think we should just call it quits. That she responded with whatever she said. It wasn't that, it was strictly about the job. And of course, it's a lot of missing details within the stories that y'all didn't know, especially like even within the pieces that she just told y'all, because y'all could probably be on the back end thinking like, well, why she acted like that, or why she did that, why her friend did that towards you. But y'all gotta understand, y'all not gonna know. She can't break down every little thing. And me, because I was connected to the friend, you know.
Oh no, okay. I mean, okay, something that I can say, because no, I'm not going to give every single instance, but something that I can say, which was another red flag, and how basically this person was coming off as a leech. She was not coming off only using me and being a leech. I'm gonna let you explain that. Because,
but let me just tell y'all this: I was an unbiased. Like the way God works. He works very mysterious, and y'all. When he reveals stuff, he's gonna come full blown throttle, because what she's about to tell y'all, what happened before the situation she's about to tell y'all, the day before the situation happened, she literally ran down the whole scenario on why she was feeling the way she felt, asking for advice.
To her.
To me, asked me like, what should she do about the friendship? Should she say something? Should she tell her how she feel? This, that, and the third. And I was an unbiased situation because I know this female. Me and her have ties. You know what I'm saying? We've connected and stuff like that. So of course I'm thinking like, no, like not her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's not like that. Like, this can't be. Like, you know what I'm saying? So after she explained everything, how it happened and stuff like that, it's just like, well, dang, like, I've been in them shoes before, and when I knew my mama, so y'all, that's why I say God works in mysterious ways, because the day before my mama told me how she treated her on the trip, because this was like a couple days when they came back from the trip, and then I came to the house one day, or whatnot, and she just, like, expressed everything and told me what happened. So I'm being unbiased about the situation because I don't want to see her lose this friendship that she just rekindled with somebody that I'm close to as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like listening, and I'm like, well, that ain't right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even just siding with my mama because it's my mama, but again, if somebody's mistreating you, and you know what I'm saying, especially with somebody else, and y'all going on trips, y'all hanging out and stuff like that, and it's just scenario after scenario, and it's just not right in your spirit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say, oh, well, you should just see and try to work it out. No, you need to let it go, because that's not right. You don't treat nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? You treat people how you want to be treated. We not sweeping nothing under the rug. And so then, I kid y'all not, the day after my mama told me all that and I told her what she should do, I said, if y'all should talk about it, you know what I'm saying, tell her how she feels. She said they already had done that. She sent her a long paragraph telling her how she made her feel on the trip, The lady didn't say nothing but, oh girl, I was just playing. I don't even know what she said.
I did express to her how she made me feel later on in Miami when she screamed
That's
at
what
me.
I'm saying, it's a whole bunch of back end
when
stuff.
She screamed at me and didn't make me to drink in Miami, I did express that to her, how that made me feel. And she blew it off and was like, oh girl, we already planning another trip together. You just now bringing that up?
What?
We finna travel again
no
together.
Apology, no
What she
sorry,
say?
I
I know I can get a little crazy. I'm off my medication.
Eps.1.
So then, after she said all that and stuff like that, the next day, she asks me could I send her some money so that she can go on an outing, not even knowing that my mama just put me on game the previous day about how she didn't send enough money.
Thank God she knew how to handle that situation, because I had just told her what she had been doing to me the night before, less than 24 hours ago.
Less than 24 hours, and if my mama would have never ran it down to me, she would have had that
She
money.
probably would have been. She would. And this
it.
is an 18-year-old.
The reason why I could click and agree with some of the stuff that my mama was telling me is because the next day she asked me for money. Then a couple of days before that, my mama had told me the situation. She asked me could I pick her up from somewhere that was 30 minutes away. I told her I rarely even had any gas money. You know what I'm saying? And my check wasn't gonna hit until the following week. Didn't give me no gas money, so my gas don't eat. My dude and my mom having to give me gas just so I could get to and from work.
Begged her to come still get her after she expressed to her, I don't have no gas. Just please, because she was drunk and she needed a ride. So she was just, please come. My daughter went over there on E and picked her up. Do you think she got out that car and said, I don't have the money right now, I'll pay you when I get it, or nothing? Do you think she ever gave her the gas money? No. So when my child came back and told me that, red flag number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
So then after that, I had told my mom, like, would you look at this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what made her know I wouldn't, that, I wouldn't lie about how I was feeling. Listen, it was too many red flags, as y'all can see. And the camel that broke the what they call, how you say it?
The ice in the top of the cake, or I don't know.
What broke the goddamn camel's back was when she needed to borrow money. And that was 2 things. She asked my daughter for money, and she caught a ride from her and did not provide her no gas money. This child is 18 years old, working at Home Depot and doing nails. She's becoming a nail tech. So she working on her craft, and she's a young adult. She's trying to start her life. She don't have no money to lend no 37-year-old person. But you not finna come in our lives and make it seem like you trying to crumb both of us in different ways.
Because you doing it to my mama and don't know that she already done laced me on what you doing. Then you come back
then
and
you
try
come
to
to her
it. You know what I'm saying?
And not knowing how
the whole on the back end, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of stuff that tie into.
It's a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch. But I feel like the scenarios and the red flags that we gave y'all is enough. So you can take everything we said, and I hope that you can gather enough reason why I had to let that relationship go. So therefore, we are I did not explain none of this to her. I did not give her bullet points on why I don't want to talk no more, because at this era in my life in 2023 at 37 years old, I'm not doing no more explaining. I'm not doing no more explaining. So
you get with the program or you
either get with the program or you gone. You either reciprocate or you gone. You either you come in my life and you match. I have no problem letting nobody borrow money but you can't be a taker. I can't allow you in my life to just take from me and you ain't giving nothing. That come off as selfish, that come off as leechy, that come off as grimy. And then when you include my daughter in it, baby, there's no more. We saying all that to paint a picture for you guys on people out there that may struggle to let people go in their lives, because we know we love hard. It's a lot of us that love hard. It's a lot of us that do not like to let people that we love, that we have known for a long time, go. But babies, I'm just telling you, if it's not serving you, like this woman in the topic video post that y'all heard, if it's not serving you and it's draining you, and every day you feel drained, every day you feel like you're not getting closer to your goals that you have for yourself in life, you need to assess and reevaluate the people, places, and things that you are allowing to have access to you, and understand that it's time to cut them off.
And that's just that on that.
So with that being said, we're going to end this video. I hope you guys got a word from us. I hope you got a message from us. Please, let's be clear. We're not trying to speak down on nobody, but we are going to keep it real, and we are going to tell real life stories.
It's all love.
At the end of the day, it's all love. I don't have no beef with nobody. I don't have none of that. But what I am going to be in control of is
my energy.
Thank you.
Face,
I am going to be
aura.
control of it who has access to me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I give you access to me, and I don't feel like I'm being treated the way I need to be treated, but I know how I'm treating you, and I don't feel like it's reciprocated, I got to let you go. And that's the whole topic of the show.
Yep.
We got to let them go, honey. It's things we got to do. Time is running out. Life is short. Every day we dying. Every second we're dying. We're not meant to be here forever. So why continue to let people come into our lives and suck all the energy out of us, suck the life out of us, until we have no more energy and no more get up to even do what we need to do for ourselves in our own life.
So, more of this is find people who add to you, find people who bring out the best in
Yes.
you. You know what I'm saying? Seek out, ask God or whoever y'all pray to, whoever y'all believe in. Ask them to remove everybody that is not for you, everybody that is not benefiting you, and replace them with people who
Expose them.
Yes,
expose them.
and replace
I
them
pray
with something
I pray that anybody that's watching this video right now, and I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, you're
anybody that is watching this video right now, my prayer for you before we close out this video is that God expose everybody that's not for you right now, today, and this very moment. I want you to know it's okay. I want you to know you're going to survive and you're going to be all right. And I want you to understand, I want you to make sure that you can feel the weight lifted off of you when you let them, whoever it is in your life that need to be let go, when you make up in your mind that it's time to let them go, watch how light you become. Watch how as soon as you start putting more energy and time into what really matters for you and for yourself, watch how the resources come. Watch how things start flowing better towards you because you done dropped that baggage. You see what I'm saying? If your bag is too heavy, you don't have no more room. You got no more room for nothing. So you got to get something out of them bags. Let that baggage go and allow things that you need for your life to come in. You got to make room for your blessings, make room for use your gifts, allow the gifts.
When you close the door,
another one opens. Close them doors, honey. Shut them, lock them, throw away the key. Thank you. Okay, we hope that y'all enjoy this first visual podcast of ours.
And trust. We gonna get better as time goes.
We will. So they know that.
You know, stay good. Rock with us. Go with the flow.
Subscribe.
Right.
Hit like on this video if you could relate.
Share. Drop stuff in the comments y'all want to see us talk about.
We need topics. We willing to get down and dirty on whatever y'all want to talk about. We are gonna have the hard mother and daughter conversations. Don't be shy, because baby, we ain't coming on shy at all.
It's a safe place, y'all.
It's a safe place. Don't forget. I'm telling myself, don't forget to tell y'all that we are going to be doing collaborations and promotions for free. I should have our P.O. box set up. If not in the next week, give me at least 2 weeks. But I'm definitely going to, when we do the next video, I'll be able to post it on my channel, the address and the description box and all of that. But we are going to get a P.O. box. So all these business owners and y'all single mothers out there that got side hustles, I'm one of the side hustle queens. I know I'm not the only side hustle queen, but I'm a side hustle queen. I'm trying to teach my baby to be a side hustle queen.
And get that
We trying to get that money in out several ways. We want 7+ streams of income over here. So for all you entrepreneurs, men, women, whoever you are, your kids or whatever, we're gonna have a PO box that you can send your items to. We're gonna give free promotion. We're gonna promote, and hope that some of our subscribers actually like your products and want to try some of your products just by us sharing them with you all and help boost your business.
So without further ado, y'all, that wraps up this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, please.
I really enjoyed this with you.
Yeah, this
And,
could be our thing.
and I think this is our thing, and I think this will help us build our relationship and things that we need to work on, and it's really gonna open up some discussions that I know that will
We're gonna get vulnerable.
really make us get vulnerable and put us in our feelings. And we have had some hard times together. I know I'm a crybaby.
I know I'm a crybaby, but
so we have had some struggles. We still struggle. We still battle. We still have disagreements. We want to be raw and uncut and bring those real life situations to our channel because it's real. It get real out here in the field. You hear me? It get real, but I think this is good for us. I feel good in my spirit about it. You look beautiful, and I'm glad you decided to do this with me.
Of course.
Give me a kiss. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Okay. And that's a wrap.
And that's a cut. Okay.